how do you price a digital product? Like, how do you decide between charging $27, $90, $200, or $2,000?
Great question. So when selling a digital product, pricing comes down to who is the type of person that you're selling to, right? Selling to poor people, well, guess what? You're probably only going to be able to sell a $27 thing. If you sell and you solve the same problem, but you solve it for wealthy people, people who work high income jobs, people that are more specialized in their fields, or people that just have a significantly larger pain point, well, then you're going to be able to charge a more premium price. And especially when you're starting on the beginning, understand, and this is a big, big life unlock for me, it takes the same amount of time to convince someone to buy a $27 thing as it does to convince them to buy a $2,000 thing. It's actually the same amount of energy. Because realistically, what are you going to do? You're going to make some content about it. You're probably going to have a DM conversation with them, especially if you're on a platform where you can send DMs like TikTok or Instagram. And then once you're talking to them in the DMs, you're going to have some questions. You might jump on a quick 15-minute phone call or Zoom call with them, answer the questions there, and then that's how they buy the product. So then, if that's the same amount of energy it takes to sell a $27 thing as it does sell a $2,000 thing, then why don't you just sell the $2,000 thing? Because if you make 5 sales, let's make it easy. Let's say you only make 1 sale a week. Okay, 1 sale a week, there's 4 weeks in a month. 1 sale a week means 4 sales in a month. 4 sales of a $50 product means you only made $200. You sell 4 sales of a $2,000 product, which takes you the same amount of time. Well, you just made $8,000. $8,000 is $96,000 a year. That's almost a 6-figure income, just like that. That replaces most people's 9-to-5 jobs. So I always recommend you go for the high ticket version of something first. Sell it to fewer number of people. Sell it to just 1, 2, 3 individuals. And then you work with those individuals closely on a one-on-one basis. Really try to refine and improve your product. And after you do this for your first 2 or 3 months, you're going to, through working with your clients, working through the people that buy these products, understand and learn it so deeply and understand it so well that now you can begin to sell lower price points to a larger amount of people. This is something I'll take inspiration. I took this from Elon Musk and Tesla. When he first started Tesla, he did not start with the Model S and the Model X and all the different types of models that he had, right? He actually started with, I forget the name, but I believe it was called the Roadster. It was a $250,000, $300,000 car. And he even said, listen, I'm going to start by selling to rich people. I'm going to sell a really expensive car that comes with a really high profit margin so I can make as much profit from this car as possible. And he did that so he can maximize on cash flow and also so he could work with fewer people and make the product, in this case a car, as high quality as possible. And if you notice throughout the product launches, his cars continue to get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper as the market continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger. His end goal was always to sell to the mass markets so that the ordinary middle income family could go ahead and afford a Tesla. But he did not start in the beginning with that because he needed the cash flow and the ability to validate the product. Start with the higher price point, go high ticket route first, and then slowly trickle downwards afterwards.